Good morning. I'm excited to be joined today by Esteban Pastor, Senior Product Manager with ZKTeco. And today we're going to be talking to you about the Omni series readers from ZKTeco. Esteban, I'm so glad to have you here. Tell us a little bit about the Omni series.
Great. Thanks for having me, Jake, and appreciate it. So, our Omni series are a series of two readers, two devices. What's unique about them is that these are kind of what you would call a standalone all-in-one door controller. So these have everything that you would need to control a single door. So you have a lock output, you have Wiegand OSDP output, multiple different types of credentials that you can use to get in there. You even have door sensors, a Rex button, auxiliary inputs, outputs, things like that. So everything an access control panel would have at a single door, this device has that and more.
Now, you can also add this to an existing access control system. Is that right? So you kind of have flexibility, whether this is standalone or added to a system, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it makes it a lot easier to be managed. So we have two platforms that we offer. We have our Cielo 365 cloud access control software, and then we also have our Armatura One on-premise software. So depending on your needs or what your preferences are, you can use either one of those to manage the devices.
I know that there's two different versions of this as well. Can you take us through each one of those?
Sure. So what I'm showing right here is the Omni 30. So this is usually the one we kind of lead with. This has a 5-inch touchscreen display. Where this really stands out is the type of credentials that it's able to kind of accept and read. So depending on what people feel comfortable with or what you want to use to enter that space, this can support that. So it'll support your high and low frequency credentials. So your HID, iClass, CIOS, MyFair, DeskFire, EM, anything you throw at it when it comes to a card, it's able to read that. It's also able to do QR codes. So you can do QR codes for employees, QR codes for visitors. So this will also work with our visitor management system, My Smart Card Plus, which works directly with our other solutions where you can set up appointments and have people come in at certain designated times using a QR code. It also supports palm authentication, face authentication as well. We're also doing Apple and Google Wallet. So depending on your type of wallet credentials that you support, that you're using, we can also support those. And we even have Bluetooth functionality on there as well.
Wow, you got a lot built into this one device. That's really incredible. And then so talk to me about the Omni 20.
Sure. So the Omni 20 is the little brother of this. The only difference between this and the Omni 30 is that the Omni 30 is a little bigger and it can be powered by PoE. So I know that's a huge advantage for the Omni 30, but the Omni 20 is a little bit smaller, sleeker design. So this won't be able to support PoE, but we do have a PoE, a splitter that we do offer with this when it is sold. So if someone does want to convert this into a PoE powered device, that's absolutely available. So really the main difference between the Omni 30 and the Omni 20 is the size and the capability of being powered by PoE. Other than that, the size of this is a little bit bigger than a mullion mount. So this looks really nice against smaller door frames, indoor door frames, things like that. Both the devices are outdoor rated, so these can work, wherever you need to put them. But really just depending on the visual aesthetic and the door frame that you're putting it up next to, the size can, be either beneficial or you can do a bigger device there.
Okay, great. And so I understand this is kind of a comparison chart, right, between the two devices.
Yeah, right here, I'm just showing the comparison. So basically, the only main difference is screen size and the size of the device, the PoE, and everything else is exactly the same and compatible.
Okay, and so either of these devices can be used as a video intercom. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So just recently, what we've done is we've upgraded the firmware on these devices to now support one-way video, two-way audio intercom. We can have a certain amount of people or a certain amount of dedicated users that are able to be callable personnel. You would just walk up to the device, select that user, and then it'll actually call an app on their phone. So you don't require their phone numbers or any other, invasive PII or anything like that. They would just need to download that onto their phone. They would get a login, and then they would be a callable person. You walk up to the device, hit the directory, call them, and then just like that, you're able to see who's at the door. And then if needed to, you can press a button and then open that door for them.
Very cool. That's really nice. And so this can all be managed either on-prem or through the cloud, right?
Right. So every feature, everything that I've shown so far can either be managed from our CLO 365 cloud platform or our Armatura One on-premise software.
And what type of applications are you seeing this? What type of applications are you guys seeing these installed in?
So really pretty much anything you could imagine. A lot of commercial buildings, houses of worship, churches, schools, where they need some kind of, callable intercom or something that they can call someone inside or contact them. I can't say names, but different enterprises of grocery chains and things like that that are, they value a new way to enter a door, a more secure way of opening the door, and something that eliminates having those 10 to 15 readers that are outside. So if you're walking down like a major city, you may stand outside someone's building, and you'll see an intercom, two different card readers, one keypad. Actually you'll see two or three different intercoms or call buttons and things like that, where one device will, the Omni, will just kind of do all of that instead of having to use up all that real estate outside.
Yeah, no, for sure. We don't need any more wall warts out there. So, what about adding users? Do you do it at the device? Is there some other way to enroll them?
Yeah, so you have two options. You can actually enroll them at the device, or we do offer a desktop enrollment reader. So with this desktop enrollment reader, it's using the same technology that's on the device's cameras themselves. So it's using a what we call visible light camera and also an infrared camera. That way, we're able to enroll the biometrics that with using the same technology that's on the device itself for even better improved accuracy. With that, we're able to just plug that into the PC, connect it to the software, and roll right from there. And then that gets pushed out to the device, whether they have access.
Awesome. And how scalable is this?
So really, it's really depending on your application. So the devices themselves can hold 50,000 faces and 6,000 palms. But then once they're connected back to our management softwares, it's pretty scalable, especially the cloud, because that can just keep growing and growing. What's unique about these is that none of the matching is done back in the software or on the cloud. All the matching is done on the device itself. So if there's ever an issue of, privacy or anything like that, we're not sending these templates or these faces to anywhere else other than the devices themselves. And then if anything does happen where the software or cloud goes down or something isn't working, these devices can continue working on their last sync. So you technically don't even need to have these connected to a software to keep these running.
So, for folks that are concerned about privacy, I know we talked offline about the potential to store those templates on the user's device. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we're not doing, like I mentioned, we're not doing any matching in the cloud. Everything is done at the edge device, which is the Omni. So we can enroll and push templates and everything like that from the software. But what we're doing is we're not keeping those face pictures. We're not saving any of that. What we're doing is we're actually taking that picture, converting that to a biometric template, and then pushing it out to the actual device. So everything that's on these devices are more of biometric templates and using our algorithms more than they are face pictures or anything else like that.
And was something that you showed me earlier with a QR code and the biometrics? Is that
So what we've kind of created over the last year is everybody has different opinions on using their face or anything like that when it comes to a biometric access. So what we've been doing is we've been kind of working on something a little unique where we created what we call a biocode. So this is actually a biometric encrypted QR code on your smartphone. So using our app, we would actually be able to enroll and create a biometric template, which is then stored as a dynamic QR code. So what's cool about that is So your palm or your face template would actually be stored on your phone as a QR code, and that's dynamic, so it's not changing or anything like that. So then what you would do is you would actually present this to one of our Omni devices, and then this temporarily sends them the template. So they will hold that template and store it for 10 seconds for you to verify. After that, it opens the door whether you have access or not, and then it it eliminates the template from the device. So that's for anybody who's worried about, I don't want to upload my face, I don't want to do anything like that, no matter what or where this is stored. This lets you own that credential. It's kind of like the buzzword is decentralized credentials and things like that, where that user is actually, they have complete control of their biometric. It's not stored anywhere else other than right on their phone, and then it's up to them to be able to present it to the device and then verify and gain access.
So before we go today, Esteban, is there anything else you think systems integrators should know about the Omni series?
I think they're just it's about a lot about just education and knowing that, hey, I have one device that can really cover everything I need. Don't think because there's all this stuff that's on it that's going to be, a $20,000 device or a super expensive type of application. We've had instances of these where, there's 70 of these installed in a single location. So it's not something that's going to break the bank. It's actually going to probably save you more money when you come to think of it, of all the things that this can do, rather than having to buy about 10 other devices just to be able to support everything one Omni reader can do.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely incredible. I was surprised. I was looking at the prices outside of the promo that we're running them on right now, and I thought it was too cheap. I mean, honestly, I was like, Gosh, I don't know how you guys are selling it for that, but they're on promo too. So if you're watching this and you want to learn more about the Omni series, reach out to your SS&Si rep. We'd love to send you a quote on it. We'd be glad to send you information, connect you with the folks at ZK if you have any questions about it. And they are on promo through the month of October. So looking forward to seeing these installed out in the field in a variety of applications. We'd love to see where you've installed it as well. So if you do install any of these Omni series readers, be sure to take a picture, send it in because we'd like to share that with other partners as well. Esteban, thank you so much for joining us today. And Aisha, I know I don't know if you're on video in this video or not, but I'm so glad to have you here. And guys, thank you for your partnership and support. Looking forward to selling a ton of these Omni readers.